The Satanic Panic of the late 90s and early 2000s almost ruined my childhood. And here's my story. When I was about 11 or 12 years old, I'll never forget, I'm sitting there playing Morrowind, which, as I'd say older gamers now know, is one of the best games of all time, minding my own business, and my dad walks by. We all had a computer back then in an open area, so everyone could see what everyone was playing or doing. And so my dad sees I'm holding a sword, and I was proud of this sword. I mean, this was a good fucking sword. This was a Daedric Dai katana, and if a Daedric Dai katana. Oh, it was so fucking badass, and I was so proud of it. My dad walks in, sees it. That's kind of a dark looking sword, don't you think? Yeah, Dad, it's dark. Yeah, I like it. I had to kill a bad guy to get it, and I like the sword, Dad. Yeah. He goes, it looks kind of evil, though. Oh, yeah, well, I had to kill evil bad guy. So he walks away. I don't think anything of it, I'm just a kid. I'm like, okay, I mean, would have been nice had he appreciated all the work that went into getting this fucking thing. He just like called it evil, which is fine. I mean, it's badass evil, whatever. So go about my day. Don't think anything of it. Grew up really Christian conservative, if you haven't guessed. So I'm going probably my third church service that week. Get back from it. And my dad says, "Boys, come here. I need to talk to you." My brother and I. We walk in, worried about, oh no, did he discover like the tab history? Something, I looked at that girl a little too long at church, something like that. But he's holding my Morrowind, fucking Morrowind strategy guide. That thing is, I think it's larger than the Bible. I mean, let's be real. It doesn't have red letters, but it's a huge, huge, huge strategy guide. And he's holding it, and he says, "I've been reading through this, and I don't, y'all can't play this game anymore." My brother and I look at each other. What we can't believe, like our world is like it's getting flushed down the fucking toilet. Like we've spent hundreds of hours probably at this point at this game. It's just too dark, boys. It's a very evil game. That's the thing. That was always the go-to evil game. And let me just ask you a few questions. And he goes through, is this Darth guy, is he regularly in the game? Well, yeah, Dad, he's a bad guy. But no, it's just sort of evil. And then these spells, like, are you casting these spells? And then I'm pretty sure it was me. I fucked up and said, yeah, I should have just said I was using a sword, like hand to hand, great sword combat. But no, I was the spellcaster. I casted some spells, and I said I casted spells. And that was a big mistake because then it went all into the satanic panic stuff. Well, that's witchcraft, and it says here in First Timothy, blah blah blah. That I don't even know. There's some Bible verse about witchcraft. I'm not sure. And you don't need to be participating in that. And that's calling the devil. I think they literally said like, that's calling the devil into our house. I'm like, oh no. And so yeah, it was gone. Morrowind. And for those that Morrowind was like the Skyrim, probably most people, like it was the best, in my opinion, open world game. Probably, I know it's a lot of nostalgia factor, but so yeah, it was a sad, sad day. And I was wondering how other people have been victimized by this satanic panic. So just curious to hear anyone else's stories.